Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Raider Empire. So in the last episode we did ourselves a pristine ruin, which is only a medium one, so it wasn't anything too fancy, but it went surprisingly well. We didn't come up against any real opposition. There was obviously a couple enemies when we came in, but nothing dropped in to attack us or anything, so we just walked away with a whole bunch of free stuff essentially. And one of the big things that we got was, I think it was 8 of these infinite chem fuel reactors. So even though individually they're not the most useful, you get like 75 every 10 days or whatever. So you don't, or yeah, it's 75 every, I forget exactly how long, but it's long enough where they're not really super useful compared to how much fuel we use. But getting an extra 8 is definitely worth throwing down, especially since they're only 300 watts each. It's not like it's a huge cost. And what I was looking at today is we got a lot of stuff around the base that needs adjusting and fixing and just a lot of tidy up and figuring stuff out. So we're going to be working on that today. We also need to get all of our haulers out of here because we don't have the beds for them all. So we're going to be sending them over here temporarily. I don't think we're going to be using our mercenaries today because I'd like to get a whole bunch of stuff done, and I got some ideas that I'd like to run by people. We're going to be doing them, getting stuff set up, but I got some ideas that we can use to improve this situation a little bit better. But we definitely have the beds, and I think we also got, yeah, we have tons of food here, so these guys will be better off over there because, yeah, it's probably going to just be more useful. I did get all of this stuff cleared out. They're currently getting moved. We have, right now, all of our block storage I'm just going to toss outside. We have our just ship stuff coming down here. We have textiles coming down here. All of our other skips coming down here. We have textiles coming up here as well, and just filling in some other resource stuff here. Basically, just clear this room out because I don't know what we're going to do here, but we are going to need this area for stuff. So, things that we need, things that I know we need is sandbags along here. We also need to get a new shield in here because this overflows one tile. I think that was the issue where raiders are standing there, although that's not really an issue as long as we get those sandbags in. I thought there was another reason why we had... why did we need 2 shields here? I think it was just the overflow, but sandbags would fix that. You guys don't have a shield at all. Oh, yes. No, sorry, you do. You have the big one, which is also kind of shit. Oh, you guys have to social fight, and we have a wild boar tame. We don't need that, so we'll just slaughter it. Oh, we got way too many dogs. People aren't going to like it, but we're going to have to kill some off. Okay, let's... do we just want to sell them that way people don't get angry? Everyone gets so angry. But you know, what are we supposed to do with all this? We don't need them all. Either way, we'll get rid of the wild boar and we'll get rid of the bull because we don't really need that here. We have an orbital factory. Oh yeah, we should be buying up some bionics today, some Archotech ones. But what I was thinking is we have this whole area over here that's not really, obviously not being used by anything for us, and it doesn't really serve a purpose like to not use it. So we do have quite a bit of a food issue now that our population, obviously, it's not really been going up, but we got the extra mercenaries and stuff. And we've been slowly eating through all of our farmland that we built that used to be this entire area down here as well. So I'm thinking maybe we claim this area and turn it into farmland, and then we can get rid of some of the stuff in here and use this for just other stuff. Oh my god, the traders. Holy jeez. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We have the wild boar, dealt with that. Orbital factory, we'll check that out. Archotech AI trader, we do need to get ourselves some volumetric power cells. Vanometric power cells, rather, so we're going to check that out. How much money do we have? 420,000. We don't have any here, do we? Not enough to be worth looking at. So, we got to make sure that we have enough money for our mercenaries. We can get Chaos to... Who is our best social at this point? Because it's been a while. It's still Chaos, although I think they're both... Yeah, 14. We also have Flight Gamer almost there as well. We'll get Chaos to come up and do some trade. And the ones that we need aren't necessarily here. Okay, so we'll get you to come up. We do have a new skip getting built because we have enough gold for that. We still need more gold so we can get another one going, but I'm not super worried about getting that done right now. Do you have power cells? Yes. They are very expensive, but we need some for the vault when we go back there. And you don't buy dogs. Do we have anyone that will buy dogs here? Agricultural, maybe? Yes, you will. Now the problem is, I don't know which ones are bonded. It shows which ones are bonded. How convenient. Let's get rid of all of these. We'll get rid of that one. Basically, anything that's not bonded we can get rid of, because they'll just start breeding again. I know they help with hauling, but I don't think that's as much of a problem. We do have 2 Huskies as well, but we'll just get rid of mostly Labradors. We don't want to get rid of that one. We can get rid of all these baby ones, although they're a year old. Oh, those are 0. That's why they're worth less. So that will slim the herd quite a bit. And how many? So that leaves us with a female, a female, a female, and we're going to want a couple males at least. So we'll keep 1, 2 males, and we'll also keep 2 more females. So that'll leave us with like 6 or 7 dogs, which is a lot more of a reasonable number. And there's nothing else that we should really do here. You do have enough money for that, so that's fine. So what's our animal stuff look like? Okay, we did get rid of a whole bunch that were trained up, but we could just train some new ones, and that's a much more reasonable amount of animals. We could also give them good medicine, because why not? Although right now we don't really have a whole lot of extra animals, extra good medicine, but it's fine. Oh, we also got ourselves a new power cell. So we're going to want to get those set up too. Okay, one thing at a time, Ryan. Let's get ourselves our sandbags. That's one thing that is necessary. So we could do security, sandbags, and essentially just in front of everything. That way raiders can't stand on them. Guess we'll keep going like that. And then we do have water somewhere along here. I thought we had water. Oh yeah, right there. So we're going to be getting... No, there's no water? Why is that? Oh, it's right here, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so that's where the bridge is going to go. Which I guess isn't a horrible thing. It's still going to be the sandbags on top, so we'll get the job done. And then we also need to thicken up these walls, because we don't want basically an attack to go through this and then we're wide open. Now that's a little bit trickier. I guess we could pull this whole corner piece out. We are going to have to fix this door and fix this. So if we want to pull this out, I guess the easiest way is literally just pulling it out. Let me do this, please. People should get to this fairly quickly. I can just go forward and we'll have to build a couple new ones. Go there. We'll speed this up a little. We'll build a new one here and here. Do we have slate here? Did we use it all? Why didn't that go there? It was just me. Oh god, there's so many things here. Do we still have slate? Okay, can we... we got 750, 705. I don't know where I got 750, but 705 is not horrible, I guess. It'll be enough to get this little bits done. We are going to also want to get some non-range limited turrets here, because we do have a problem where sometimes the mostly mechs are able to come down here and then they're kind of free from getting shot. So having shredders is probably going to be the best option. But it might be worth getting a couple heavy turrets or laser turrets in there. So we can add ourselves a little bit more. Now that's going to be a problem for the shields. We might want to move those out slightly. We're going to want to get sandbags here. Actually, we could just move this over. So how's that overlap? Not much. So we can move that back, really. Oh, I didn't want to uninstall. I wanted to reinstall. Sorry. So we want cancel that. Let's get reinstall right there, right where my microphone is. So if we pull that back one, obviously we can't see very well. Then we reinstall that back one. We can see how that lays out, and then we'll get some new turrets back here. We're going to want to move that door too. This is all ready. Yeah, this should all move along fairly quick because there's a lot of people and not a whole lot to do. So those can move forward, and then we're just going to thicken up this back wall. Apparently we don't have a turret for this corner. This shield is going to need... Oh, just expansion should be fine. Yeah, it does overflow a bit over here. Do we want to do anything about that? Or just leave it? Because it does still get shot by that stuff and this stuff. Although we're going to have the sandbags around this, so yeah, that should be fine. So then we'll get... that in. So then sandbags are ready here. So that we should probably move this whole thing back one. That way this door still lines up, or else we're going to have a one wide. Because the sandbags are going to make that weird. So then all of this just should get moved back again. And we're going to need to move that conduit too. So then we'll move that, wrong, all this back to here. And hopefully we'll have enough room here. And then all these turrets are going to need to be moved back one as well. So we need to get that whole embrasure pulled back. Good. And then this door, so we could just move that right up to there. So then that's going to be going there, and then this is ready to go. That's actually not supposed to be an embrasure here. That's going to just be a wall. So we can thicken that up just by... That door should be fine there. By going like that, all the way down. And so this is going to be where we run into an issue too. Because we could have that as just a single door. What we could do as well is have it so it comes out like that and the doors are here instead. That way it's still kind of the same design. We could also just build new doors there as well, which of course then that's going to want to be double thick right there. Yeah, that way we have double doors coming into where our geothermal is. Not that that'd be a huge loss, but then we still need to thicken up right here. Now, what we could do is thicken that up and then not worry about trying to realign all of this, because this would be an absolute nightmare to try to fix. And that's going to get sandbags around it. That way the shield spots aren't sticking out. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll just... Oh, but if we thicken that... Okay, so we got to change this again. Because we're going to want that to be one thicker here. And that's going to be the double door, and then that goes out to there. So then that should work. So then we can not deconstruct. I want to build copy like that. So that should work. Now that is blocking off. Is that? No, that's not allowed. Okay. So and that's a slate wall. And that was stopping that from shooting at an angle anyway. So and that there shouldn't be an issue. Okay. So and that's significantly reinforced. All this is ready to get pulled back. Now obviously we're going to need to fix our floors and stuff. And we should check out how our resources were getting moved. See if we need to get our the hauling mercenaries out of here. Yes, they did get all that cleaned up. So what are you guys doing? Nothing. 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 You're refueling skips and all that. So we can get them out of here and that shouldn't be an issue. What was the item stash quest? We don't really need to worry about this stuff. And we got to get those chem fuel up and running. So what I was also thinking, so if I don't really want to basically redesign this whole base, but we are going to have quite a lot of time for these people here while we're out raiding. Speaking of raiding, there was also a comment about how we did the base cleanup, not last episode, but the episode prior. And obviously, like I said, it's been a while since we've been on the warpath, so I have to remember all of the little details and tricks that we've gotten to make things more efficient over time. And one of them was about quick caravanning out of maps. And yes, that's something that we should be doing on maps that we're allowed to do it on, because not every map and event is something that we can quick caravan out of. But there is basically most of the normal type of events are things like not pristine ruins or cities, for example. I guess cities at a certain point. But essentially, we should be quick caravanning out, so we don't necessarily need as big of a cleanup crew. It's mostly just a deconstruction crew, because we have to deconstruct all the things that we want the resources from, and then we could quick caravan out and use ships to go pick people up and bring them back to base. And that's something that we have done before. Again, it's one of those, it's been a while, so I forgot, all the little details of how we optimize things in the past. So we will be doing that in the future, so we don't necessarily need as many people going and helping. It's mostly just this group, and then a small deconstruction squad that's going to be assisting as well. So this crew, when we come to the 5th. We were going to get rid of them anyway, but we're not going to hire another 10 good ones. Orbital, we do want bionics, and you are not here, and we don't have the stuff here, and we're not sending money around. So we could get rid of these guys early, but we have a shit ton of food here to feed them, and we'll probably use them before our time is up. But what I was thinking is, while we're getting all the stuff here, obviously we need to keep up with processing, but along with our food expansion, we can also dig a hallway deeper into the mountain and move some of our, I guess, not really often used things like our backup wood fire generators, our batteries, circuit breakers, and our power. We can jam that somewhere back here so we have more upfront room, because obviously we are kind of limited on space just because we can't go outside much more. But what we can do then is start moving our processing closer to our ship landing area. We should probably expand that a little bit. It seems to be keeping up pretty well. What are you all doing in here? Oh, cleaning snow. But it might be worth trying to get some of this reorganized if we have the ability to. And I'm thinking that might be a good idea sometime soon, before we get too deep into making a mess of everything. Either way, is this all ready to go? That is, so we're going to want a wall there. I guess that's not really, I guess we don't necessarily need a wall there, because there'll be the sandbag and you could still shoot up that way. Although your range will be, oh, you got diagonal, so you do have quite a bit of range. And that should be fine as is, even if it is a little bit weird. And then we can get our sandbags out here. Did they get these ones done? Yes, they did. Beautiful. Okay, Daylily died from cold. Where inside is cold? It's not super warm. Oh, geez. Why is our hallway so cold? It's because this. Sorry, oh, Alpha's coming. Okay, let's get these guys out of here so we have beds for everyone. So we'll send out the Albatross. And we are going to want all the green people. Oh, what the hell's going on with these helmets? You guys, where are you? You're right there. Let's get a little bit of fixing on the paint job. So you need to be the dark green because it looks a little bit better. Fix ceiling. Oh no, so you're supposed to be full pink. Okay. And oh man, what the hell? They all switched up their gear, and you guys are both going to be pink. So painting that should be fine. And then trigger, you're supposed to be green. Okay, you fixed. And then everyone else looks reasonable still. We do have some green helmets, but that's not really as big of an issue. So that should be good. So we'll get these guys out of here. We don't want the green helmet people, just everyone that's wearing full green. And you guys could actually probably use some weapons, although you guys don't really fight. That really 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sandra, yeah, you're a merc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thought we had 10 of them. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we only have 8. No, it's they're all fucked up with their colors. Oh, why do you guys have to change your gear? Okay, so then what we're gonna want is to readjust that once we get you painted. Is there anyone else? It's gonna be hard to tell. Andra, you're supposed to be green, and then how many is that? Get off. Come on, it's stupid crap behind here. Why is it not letting me? Oh, they're already in the ship, that's why. Okay, so then we can reload and get Daniel in here as well. So, and that's 9. We used to have 10? Did we lose 1? Or is it someone else that switched all their stuff out? After a quick glance, I don't see Merc here. Maybe someone died? Okay, all of you get in again. Okay, and we'll, if we end up seeing one hanging around somewhere, we'll get them sent out as well. But at a glance, I'm not seeing any growing icons. So, oh, we got rid of one because they accidentally got sent to the vault, and we fired them on the spot because we weren't going to worry about trying to send them back. That's what happened. Okay, you guys go. So you guys can just land over here, and we'll find next episode, we'll get everyone out doing some more attacking. Huh. You guys social fought to death, or to downed anyways. So we'll pick up that free stuff. So we don't need to worry about that. This stuff, sandbags. Get these sandbags in. So we want, that's an embrasure there. That should be fine. We'll bring that across here. We're going to want this running across the front. And then we want all of in here done. Okay. And then we also do need to start... Oh, that needs to be a home zone so we could get that fixed. We also do need to come and fill in this bug risk. There's a few bug risks all over the place, so we'll set up a bunch. And then, oh, it's all slate. Okay, what do we have a lot of? I'm not too worried about the colors here. Minimize, oh, minimize that, please. Let's go with the lime. We don't have a whole lot of blocks left here. Let's go with the sandstone, I guess. It's not going to look super nice, but we got a lot of extra, and we don't use that at all for our own stuff. So we'll start getting this all filled in. We'll let them all run at a fairly quick speed. Okay. That. Start kind of piling it all in as much as possible. Get filled. We have a shooting frenzy. We shouldn't have to worry about that. We can reinforce this a little bit more too, because that's taken quite a bit of damage. Okay, and we have bug risk. Doesn't look, what we can do is open that up. No bug risk there. We do have bug risk over here. We could just remove the mountain roof. Obviously down here, that's more sapper bait, so that'd be good filling in, but up here we could get rid of the roof. Yeah, let's do that. So where else? We have over here, we'll just get rid of that roof. We'll get rid of that roof, and this one down here, we're going to be claiming this area. One issue with claiming this area is this area in here. We do have raiders tending to spawn in there. They might, if we're building within here, they might not come here for the most part anymore. It might be more focused on the top side. So that might not be an issue, but we'll see. But this, if we're going to be doing stuff in here, that would probably be worth filling in. So we'll get that done. We can get rid of that roof since we know we're just going to fill the whole thing in. Go there and there. We'll just bring that out a little bit, and then that'll get done. And then if we want to claim this, so we're going to obviously want that geothermal. There's no reason to ignore it if it's going to be kind of within this area. So we can claim kind of like that. And it might be worth blowing this chunk of mountain out. Obviously, we could mine up to the line. Can we mine past the line? Yes. It might be worth getting rid of that whole chunk right here. That way, we don't have anything spawn back here, and then it kind of limited the line of sight. So if we claim all of that, mostly for growing, we are... Ugh, that's not what I wanted. We will have to get rid of all this water, which is going to take a hell of a long time, but that's not really that big of a deal. It'll mostly just be kind of wasted space in the meantime. But you guys are doing good work. All the sand... Oh my god, you guys are working quick. We have the plague, and it's not a problem because we have Penox for everyone. So we don't need any of these. We have a lot of idle people. Yeah, that's all over there. What we can do is get you guys chopping some trees, because if you're going to do nothing else, we should have that automatically done, right? Oh, it's paused. No, it wasn't paused. Do we have it set to not the 100% thing? I think it's that. It could also be... No, everyone's allowed to plant cut. So then what we're going to want here is to go to forestry, change that to be not only mature trees. So that way they'll go and start chopping all these, and that'll give us a bit more wood. Speaking of that, it was asked why I don't have these set up to make chem fuel from nitroglycerin, since we do have some around. Mostly because I didn't really think of it. We do have a little bit in storage, but it's not something that we get very much. We only get it from raids, and it's not very often. But we can set that up, and we'll copy that and link it over here. But yeah, we could definitely get that done. It's not really an issue. I don't know how much is here. There's 240, so it's not going to really give us much chem fuel, but it's fine. Okay, so then other than that, our defenses have been reinforced to be a little bit more effective. The only spot is here, and that's a little bit trickier. I guess that's not really going to be an issue if we end up claiming all this. So we can ignore that for now with the assumption that we'll get this going very shortly. And then obviously we'll square this off and all that and get our crops and all that going. But that's moving along nicely, but we need a little bit more time. This is moving along so we can get in here filled a little bit more. So we'll go here, here. It might be worth, as much of a pain in the ass it is, building a bunch of walls out here and then moving them in. Because we could do that a lot more quickly. Oh, it's not like it's a huge rush. That's all done, and then we do need to get rid of the roof up here. So this is going to be a little bit of a risk, because everyone loves doing these, but we can do it a little bit at a time. Then we're going to want to get rid of a section of roof here. And we'll do the next layer, then the next layer all the way down. That way it's less risk. We have a social fight, that shouldn't be an issue. Okay. So that's looking good. For now, even... I know if we get dropping raiders, here is pretty high risk. Basically, this whole area is high risk. We could get our infinite chem fuel reactors in here for now, and then kind of split them up a little bit. Can I build a copy? That way I don't have to move them? No, I can't. Okay, so we'll have to move them one by one. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but what can you do? So yeah, we'll kind of spread this out into small segments. Yeah, so we could do 3, and then we'll do a wall, and we'll do 3, and then just 3 rooms like that. Get that one installed there, and then we'll build ourselves a small... Oh no, don't be a raid, please. And his caravan request, that's fine. I guess we could do a door at the end there. These are also held open. That doesn't need to be held open anymore. So that's a slate door. We don't really need to come in here often, so we'll just put one there, put one here. We're going to want a wall right there. We'll have another door right there for the 3rd room. And that should keep them a little bit safer than if they were all in one giant cluster. Okay, beautiful. So, beyond that, what else are we going to need to do that's more, you know, get it done sooner rather than later? Oh, I don't know which one was which. Oh, it's the last one. Okay, so that one can go there, and then where else do we have them? We have one over there. I don't know why that picked the component. And we still have 2. Oh my god, we ended up with 9? Unless, oh, we probably got some from... the vault? Yeah, we had 1 from the vault. I think that should be all of them. We can check once these are gone. Actually, we can check now, see what our count is. We have an extreme break for Saber. Hey, Saber's back. No longer catatonic. So we want to check for... There's 1 left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. It's really screwed me up for a sec because all the tabs down here disappeared. But yeah, no, that's fine. I thought everything... Oh, fuck, Saber, seriously? You just uncatatonicized. That's a terrible word that I made up on the spot. Either way, Sugar Ducky, why are you sleeping there? We should have enough beds for everyone now. How short are we? We have an unknown there. You're not locked in there. So I don't know what that was about. Oh, I guess you went to sleep before they got that door in? Because you have a bed right there. Other than that, though, it looks like we're just down to 1 extra bed. And that may not be 2, 3. Okay, so there's a few around. Yeah, there's a whole bunch up here. So we'll have to wait a day or 2 for everyone to go through a sleep cycle. And we'll see if we still have enough beds. We should, but obviously I could go like this and be like, oh, we have 40. And then how many beds do we got? 38. And we definitely have at least 2 relations. So yeah, we should have enough. Good. Okay, so is there anything else we should be concerned about right now other than getting a little bit more of this stuff done? I think we're basically ready to move on to a bit of new stuff now that we have a bit of reinforcement. Oh, we got to get the snipers' extra defenses set up. Okay, so we'll get that going. We can get our remove roof zone up here. I love I don't know why. I love the episodes where we do all the little things like this because it feels like we make a lot of progress. That's the wrong thing. Feels like there's a lot of progress being made. What? And no roof. Why? Oh, it's just the overlap on colors. That makes sense. Okay, so we can clear that. That should be relatively safe. And then we want to worry. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Do we want to worry about this for right now? And just hope that we don't have bugs spawn there while we get other stuff done. That roof there is a little bit of a silly. Not much we can do about that. Okay. So then we'll get filled in a bit more. That'll be fine for now. Okay, and then we need some more turrets here. So what resources do we have to work with? We can... Okay, so we have a bunch of advanced components and components, but that shouldn't be an issue. We have 8,000 steel sitting around and some plasteel. We do need another turret on this corner here. So that would be best as a heavy. Although heavy has the range issue. What's its explosion? Out 6 tiles. And that was free from center, if I remember correctly. So that should be fine. Because I think we had the heavy turrets there. It just never got replaced for whatever reason. We also need to get ourselves our home zone fixed up, which isn't that big of a deal. So let's just do shredders all along here. Maybe every... How much was a heavy? Yeah. 400 steel. We don't have a whole lot of steel to work with. Right now, anyways. We will as we are out-raiding next episode. And what else are we going to need steel for in the near future? I don't think the growing is going to need much. We are going to need to expand our heating and cooling. That way we can make sure we can heat a large area again. Well, we could take advantage of these a little bit. All of these are still closed, right? Yes. You don't have power? Oh, I know why. Let's go ahead and fix these power conduits. I can go right across there and that should be fine. We have a predator, that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, you'll be fine. Should be fine. You're really gonna lose to a cougar? Switch to the right weapon. That'll help you a lot more. There you go. So you're free. Okay, so then we'll get back to this. So yeah, for now we'll just do some shredders, some heavies. Try not to use too much of our resources. And we won't do any plasteel ones. It's not that big of a deal. And we got to move that conduit. And there's probably a cooling pipe in there too we got to fix. But we can do shredders. So that's not going to really get much for range. So a shredder there would make sense. A shredder here would make sense. Because these will basically only be able to shoot straight out. So we could do shredders for the bottom half. And then these 4 up here we'll do as heavies. Or we could do energy turrets. They're cheaper. No, laser turrets. The energy turrets are not the ones we want. Because lasers are the ones... Because I made that mistake at the vault. And it was a little bit of an expensive one. So yeah, let's do these. They have some pretty good range. And they're kind of cheap in comparison. Alright, so that should look pretty good. Rama's moving her ass around very quick. Oh, that just needs to be finished there. Okay, so let's fix these conduits. Okay, so then we need power. That's just gonna run through here. That shouldn't be an issue. We'll get all this cleaned up. Does that only go... Oh, we have the cyan pipe. I want the power conduit. We'll get that all deconstructed. And then that was cyan running there. So there's no cooling pipes along here. So then that can just run up to these shields. Oh, wow. You know what? I didn't even consider it. It's a good thing we did double this up. Because this shield here is only being cooled by the one bit in the wall that could have got destroyed. And that would have dropped that, which would have put all that at huge risk. Huh. Very lucky. Everything else is connected up, right? We don't have a whole lot of redundancy. Oh, geez. I don't like that. We might be changing up a whole bunch of stuff, so maybe we don't touch it now. Big thing is at least this is now a little bit safer. Not that that was part of the plan, but it's good that it is. And you're dead, so it's not a problem. Oh my god, there's so many things. We don't need none of this. Get rid of that. And everything else should be basically good. These are all up and running. Yeah, it is every 10 days. So 75 every 10 days isn't much, but 750, I guess it's a little bit more. That'd be, I'm not doing the math on that. But almost 8 something every 10 days is pretty good. It's still not really that much. Not compared to what we use, but every little bit helps. And you guys are still not doing anything here. Have we already cleared all these trees? There's 4,600 now. I'm assuming we did. Obviously, not many of these are going to be able to get cut. So yeah, next episode we'll get them out doing some stuff. And we know intercepted messages are always kind of shit. We have new lovers. Wow. 11 and Bubbles are now in a relationship. We'll see how that pans out. Use a little bit more lights over here. I don't know what happened to them. One here. We'll do opposite of that, and that should be probably pretty good. The lights do have a pretty good range. We could also light in here. We have to do that one after. Oh, we could do them at the end, because we already have that set up for that. There we go. So I'll light that up a bit better. Still not sure what we're going to do over here. We have had issues in the past with our food storage, so that might be worth expanding a bit, but we'll see. Mostly because if we're going to be changing our grow zones... Hey, a bunch of free chem fuel. Since we're going to be moving our growing zones over to here, we're going to probably want to move food again. That would probably be best somewhere like here. Man, this is why I don't really want to do big changes to how this base is laid out. Only because there's so much that needs changing for it to be, you know, a lot more optimized, that it makes more sense just to start a new base. But we just finished a big project, and that would be a very big project too, so I don't really want to do it. But either way, we'll see what minor adjustments we can do to make it a little less shit. And we'll get over here filled in a bit more, and then we can call that a day. So in the next episode, we'll figure out what world stuff we can do. We should be working on destroying all of our local enemy bases within this area, because there is quite a bit, and these raiders here have expanded quite a bit as well. But right now, that's our main goal, is to clear out this area, since that's what we were working on before the vault. And then from there, we'll be coming down to this city and taking that tile for our capital, because it's a beautiful tile for it. Maybe. We haven't obviously seen it yet, but it's a road, it's a river, it's a coast, it's in temperate. That's not going to be very useful. Overall temperatures are good for the most part. You get year-round growing, so we can have some nice crops, at least until we get a food base up and running. So that overall is going to be a good spot. And then from there, obviously the capital city branch it's going to be a complicated thing. When we start the capital city branch, I'll go into full explanation. But we will be working through this whole area within that series as well. And then obviously protect our damn vault. But yeah, for now, we got all this area to clear before we can do anything. And a big part of that also is so we can get enough resources to actually put stuff in the vault. For fuck's sake, do we have to do these animals? Get rid of it. Thank you. We also should get these sent out. And I can also... that and that. And then after those three, let's just speed this up for a sec, get this finished. We can just get that last little bit done. That should be fine. That just needs a bit more filling. We have someone going up to do that. Good. Please don't be a raid. It's probably a trade because of scrap trader. Oh, it's a pristine ruin. Is it 1 million plus? It's 1 million plus. I know what we're doing next episode. So we're going to be going out right away. With everyone here except for the Hull squad. Because that's what we've been waiting for, is 1 million plus ruin. So we won't be able to get that done right now because we don't want time ticking. We want to just get going. So yeah, next episode, 1 million plus pristine ruin, and we'll see how crazy that is. Because we haven't done one yet. I think medium, I don't think we've even had a high one yet. Although I don't think there's high unless it's 1 million plus one. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Big thing is we're going to have to make sure we go in and start hauling everything in as quickly as possible. And moving stuff to a stockpile by the ship did seem to be a good thing for last time. That way we can just, like, if we do get drop-in raiders that don't look very practical, then we can just get everything that's near the ship, get everything put into it, and then leave. Or we could fight them off and hope for the best. Or a mix of both. But, yeah, I guess that's what we're doing next episode. I didn't really want to, honestly. I wanted to get 1 or 2 of these cleared, maybe even 3. But, yeah, I definitely want to do a pristine ruin. So, either way, for now, that is going to be it. So, thank you, everybody, for watching, and hope you all have a great day. See ya.